A lot of trees in Oregon, a lot of nature in the Pacific Northwest. This is just a beautiful area. So another little pit stop along the way. Look how gorgeous. I mean, you can kind of hear the freeway. It's right off the freeway, but come on, the Pacific Northwest, how beautiful is this? Like Oregon, Washington, Northern California, so great. We're continuing the road. I just heard Green on Red from a live CD. I heard Cracker. The song I love that came up on Cracker was the one Big Dipper. I love that song, a favorite of mine. And Porter Wagner from the Rubber Room, song called Julie, hysterical song. The Rubber Room, I think, is only a CD comp. It's a comp of different dark side of Porter Wagner. I mean, Porter Wagner has got a lot of dark side, but you got to find that CD comp. I don't think it's on vinyl. The songs are on separate albums, but that comp is like dark, incredible. Listen to the song Julie and listen to the song The Cold Heart Facts of Life. Mazzy says. So somewhere in an Oregon rest stop, cute little house. What do you listen to? What do I listen to? What am I listening to? Do you want to know? I have my iPhone, and I have a bunch of files from my CDs loaded into a hard drive at home. And every month or so, I just swap out 4,000 songs. I just grab random albums and drag them in. And usually when I'm playing, I put them on random. So what did I just hear? I just heard Emmylou Harris from a later black and white cover, later non-such period record. 12, 15 years ago maybe? I forgot the name of it right now, but I love every Emmylou Harris record. I heard Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix from Electric Ladyland. I heard The Smiths, Hand in Glove, just random songs. I heard a really great album I forgot I had, but I dragged it in. It's Jessie Coulter. Jessie Coulter was married to Waylon Jennings and a member of the Outlaws album, and she did an album called Psalms, and I kind of forgot who put it together. Not Rick Rubin, but one of those guys who's not Rick Rubin. Heard her reciting these psalms, maybe at the piano or something at her house, and put this beautiful record together with some small stringed instruments and some guitar, and it's really a lovely record. And she's singing, talking, speak from the various psalms, very kind of gospel-y, religious. Again, I'm agnostic, but I really do appreciate that kind of music. And it was really great driving down I-5 south. So over there to the right is the Sears Point Raceway. That was the second possible location for what became the Altamont concert. First it was going to be Golden Gate Park with the Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, and Santana, and Flying Burrito Brothers, but then it was going to be there, and then of course it went to Altamont Raceway. Weed, California. Gateway of weed, I guess. I've been here in, several years. It's become a bit of a ghost town, unfortunately. Part of it is a whole new modern area, but the old town of Weed, it's kind of the small towns in America that have been boarded up, closed up. It's like an old movie theater there. Really sad what's happening. I think I used to come to this bar here. Oh God. Weed, California. Red Bluff, California. There's a drought in California. It's 9 a.m. It's 83 degrees. Still, it's beautiful, but it's no Pacific Northwest, that's for sure. The dryness of the summer and drought. So I just heard Warren Zevon's The Envoy. I played the entire album, Get On Board, the Ry Cooder, Taj Mahal, Joaquin Cooder album. Show I'm going to see Friday night. God, what a great, almost like a field recording. Very loose, very rough, just fun country folk blues with a biddle of gospel, a bit of spiritual thrown in, but very field recording like, recorded in Joaquin Cooder's living room. So what else did we listen to? There some Guess Who, American Woman, that showed up too. So oh no, the 2 a.m. club is closed and the property's for sale. This is bad. Huey Lewis, Sports, was photographed in here. Oh my God, sad, sad, sad. Beautiful record store. So apparently, Ron, you were a big hit when we talked about music last month when you were in Seattle. So do you have any topics of musical things you want to talk about? Let's have a toast here. Tosca, best bar in North Beach. But it's been kind of upscaled now, but it's still an incredible room. What do you think about artists selling catalogs? Or, you know how they're selling out to Universal or Sony or investment banking companies or the rights to their catalogs? Springsteen, Dylan, Cheap Trick? No.
Sting. No, like everybody's.
What's your take on that? Have that last meatball. One meatball. Go have it. I'm gonna. So what's your take on it?
So it's, it goes both ways. Understand it from a financial point of view, or from an heir point of view. Springsteen has this catalog that his family would inherit. Would they know what to do with it? Would it be a problem? So I think that's one angle that does make sense. Sell it to somebody who knows how to monetize it and don't have this big issue with the family. But the other is, after years of all of these artists, like Neil Young, so he sold part of his catalog, and he was anti-commercial.
But see, that's not okay. Here's what I think. I know people. Look at the Zappa family.
Let me finish that thought.
Okay.
The anti-commercial in that, is there some clause in the contract that you can't use it for a TV commercial?
Hey, you sell it, they own it. They can do whatever they want to do. That's how it should be. Now, families are screwy. Kids are screwy. So, in a way, if you're the artist, sell it while you're alive, because then you can, leave money or whatever to your kinder, the kinder. But we don't own the Neil Young or the Beatles. Now the Beatles haven't done this yet. But all the power to an artist if they want to sell it. I mean, they want to have a hit record, so they want to sell a hit record. So they're selling out there. So I mean, they're getting old, and this way they have control of the destiny of that, and it becomes money. Now, of course, then the music disperses.
You're arguing my case.
People get so territorial about their artists. Okay, I want you to want me. Has Cheap Trick sold their catalog yet? I don't think so. I don't know how much it'd be worth, but
I don't know. There's just something about it. It just feels a little bit like they've gone back on the commitment that they made to us. Okay, I bought those albums.
Commitment. They didn't make a commitment. They sold you fucking records when you were 15 and 20 and 30.
You looked up to them, that they had this artistic integrity. Here's my fear. What's one of these investment firms keeping them from Jack Dorsey buying Born to Run and owning that exclusively? This whole NFT culture.
Well, the NFT thing, I think, is a bust, personally.
It's kind of like, what's happened in the art world.
I know it is.
But Matisse has never experienced all the money his paintings have made.
No, well, that's a whole other thing. Once it's sold, is there a piece? We talked about this at one point the other night when you were in Seattle. David Bowie. Smart thing. He sold he licensed his catalog for 20 years for $90 million. The irony is the whole catalog came back, the publishing came back to him, I think a year or two before he died. So his family got it back. Now,
sold it.
Did they?
Yeah, they sold it. I think this was $25 million or something.
That seems cheap. No, it's not 20.
It must have been the whole.
No, it can't have been 20. He got it $90 million 20 years ago.
Neil Young sold a portion of his for $25 million. And I don't know what a portion means.
Really?
Yeah, he sold a portion.
Someone looked this up and posted here. I think Ron's wrong.
Sting was in the 20 million as well. And what was Springsteen? Was 50? Springsteen went for more than Dylan.
I thought it was like 500 million or 250. I think he's leaving.
Maybe I'm leaving
He's leaving zeros off. That's the problem here.
I always do that. 250. You're right.
Yeah, 250, not 25 million. I mean, that's chump change to these guys. Not me, but to those guys.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's for the time. But they're all
For the two girls that came here.
rehab.
This is Cafe Trieste in North Beach. In 1956, the first espresso on the West Coast was served here. In the Italian area in North Beach, obviously we had it in Little Italy and New York, but this is the first espresso. Cappuccino, doppio. Up until he died the last 3 or 4 years, Paul Kantner of the Judson Airplane lived in this area, and he would be outside here at one of the tables almost every day when he wasn't touring with whatever the remains of the airplane Starship versions were. And this ain't that wimpy light roast, mid roast things that all the hipster cafes make now. This is like true Italian dark roast beans. So fuck those mid-light roast shit that the hipsters tell you, oh, that's better because it doesn't burn the beans. These are too oily. It's, oh my God, they're over roasted. No, you're wrong. That wimpy shit is for amateurs. Good comp. Bad or Idiots, Elvis Costello. Young People's Guide to King Crimson. Good comp. Import. Island Records. Skip James, I'm So Glad. Blues. Blind Willie McTell. Big Dylan loves this guy. On Yazoo. I'm actually getting this. Amoeba, San Francisco.
Tell this guy's a bin diver, man. He's been diving in bins.
I have, and I'm documenting. I'm documenting it for insurance purposes.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, I don't want to be photobombing your insurance.
No, it's okay. I don't care. There was a recent video I did with Kimbo at Easy Street Records, and I titled it record digging, or with Kimbo, and I was corrected that it's not digging, it's shopping. Excuse me, I wasn't down in the dirt digging a hole. I have to be down on my knees in a crate below to call it digging. The Legend of Peg Leg. How cool is that cover? Bruce Springsteen's always covered Jenny Take a Ride. Must have San Francisco Psychedelic Live, Quicksilver second album. This is for Digital Gramophone Makes No Sense. Spoon. Woody Guthrie, children's song. I love Woody Guthrie. I'm a sucker for this vocal craze. A lot of people reach out and ask me where I get my hats, and various places, but one is a San Francisco-based company called Gurin Brothers. You can get their hats online. Now, I've made the mistake 3 times to order hats online, and I've had to return it all 3 times because hats are very personal. The fit, the way they look cool on a model, on a website or in a catalog, but when you get them, they're just not right for you, for your head. I wear a 7 1/4 hat, so which is like slightly larger than a medium, if that's the way it is. But Gurin Brothers has stores around the country, a handful, but they're just great. I like their stores, and the one in North Beach off of Union Square in San Francisco opens a few minutes, is amongst my favorites, so I need to go check it out. It is, it already is.
Funky, more like a funky disco type. Not feeling it?
Classical. That's hard for us.
It has a really good classics.
Yeah. Yeah, you might try that.
amazing. Well, it's a beautiful evening in San Francisco. People are out in the street. We got Transamerica building. You know, it's positive. Feels like things are coming back alive. People are doing things. Feel good about that. I'm here with Norman Maslov, my good buddy. We both lived some San Francisco moments of our own.
Well, folks, this is about the end of my journey. Stayed overnight in Northern California in a motel, and 6 a.m. while I was taking a shower, the fire alarm in the building goes off. That was the shortest shower and fastest dressing I've ever had. This has been a really kind of nice journey here. Now, I put the music on in the car. I just blasted it as soon as I got in the car and left that little hotel. And on came Peaceful, Easy Feeling by the Eagles. Now, don't get all hipster on me, man. I gotta tell you, Glenn Johns and that band on that first album, the first couple albums, but that first album, Peacefully Easy Feeling, the Jack Tempchin song, it's brilliant. It's one of the best recordings, best sounding records I've ever heard. And blasting it on I-5 going 80 miles an hour is nothing short of an awesome namaste experience. Because I want to lie with you in the desert tonight. Don't we all want to lie with her in the desert tonight? I do right now. I want to lie in the desert in the morning here with her. I'm nowhere near the desert here. I'm in this beautiful Northern California, almost at the Oregon border, just greenery and everything. Now, this trip has been pretty wonderful, but going back to the Eagles, you don't need to pay $125, $150 for a MoFi super vinyl box set of these records. The Eagles are best driving 80 miles an hour in a beautiful forest in a car. You don't need to buy these fucking $150 records to play it once a week, once a year, not even a week. The Eagles sound fucking amazing in a car driving 80 miles an hour. So I might have said Glenn Fry and Donna Henley have become wankers in a way. Well, one's not with us anymore. But I tell you, those records in the car sound great. Even one of these nights in Hotel California, I ended up putting the Eagles on. So I heard like 6 Eagles songs in a row, and they're really well recorded. Now, Glenn Johns only did the first 4 records maybe, and then Bill Szymczyk did the rest. Anyway, I digress. The San Francisco journey was great. 4 record stores. Now, there was one record store. If you're at this point at the end of this video, you watch the video. There's Tunnel Records, which was a new store to me, way out in the Sunset District, almost by the Great Highway and the ocean, in the fog belt of San Francisco. Been there 5 years. Fantastic small store if you're in San Francisco. Really beautifully put together, well curated. Apparently they have a lot of jazz records from part of the Orrin Keepnews jazz collection, who started Riverside Records, and of course brought Bill Evans to our attention, amongst other great jazz greats. So that's highly recommended. There was Amoeba there. There's what else? What other record store? 101 Music in North Beach, which is, a fun little thing right by Cafe Trieste if you're there in North Beach in San Francisco quite a bit. And then there's Originals Vinyl. The only place I've found that has 2 ultrasonic cleaning machines, and for $250 or $275 they'll ultrasonic your record. A great service if you don't have a record cleaning machine like me. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you got this far, just another little journey on the journeys of Mazzy's music, and I really appreciate all the support and everything. What a beautiful place this is. So look at this. Oh my God. Just a little bit after sunrise, never shoot into the sun, they say in photography, but I'm doing it. I'm going to go lie in the desert now. Mazzy loves you. Again, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Bye now. See you next time. See you at home, Seattle.